Good evening, pastors and friends. Let's welcome Hildegard. She's a special lady who often leaves me speechless. Hildegard tells her story about what helped most after her lung cancer diagnosis and what made matters worse. She comes to us with courage and humility. She gives us a heartfelt insight and wisdom she learned during her suffering. Without any further ado, I introduce you to my friend Hildegard. Hildegard! Hildegard?
Get me out of here.
Oh, Hildegard! What are you doing in there?
Honey, what do you think I'm doing in here? You locked the coffin shut. You left me in here.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to leave you in there.
I'm telling you, you nailed the coffin shut.
Hildegard, that wasn't a coffin. That's a suitcase.
Well, you nailed it shut, and look at my hair. It's a disaster.
You look fine. You look wonderful.
Well, looks are deceiving. That's what I know. Anyway, that suitcase, it looked like a coffin to me from the inside. It was dark, it was quiet, and I felt dead.
You felt dead?
I felt dead but alive like never before.
Dead like never before but alive?
Like a red rose blooming.
You have me completely confused. First you called the suitcase a coffin, and then you said I nailed it shut, and then you tell me you're dead like a doornail, and then you tell me you're like a red rose and alive like never before?
I felt like I was suffocating, and now, and I'm telling you, my hair is still not the way it was when you put me in there. And like I said, looks are deceiving. I once had a wonderful life, and I was on my way to stardom. But just like that, God took it from me. I don't know why He gave me lung cancer. And that's when they started yakking, talking, and they wouldn't shut up. They thought they knew me better than God.
Who is they?
My friends.
Well, I'm your friend. Do I talk too much?
Honey, I need you to talk. 'Cause if you don't talk, then I don't talk.
Well, I promise to be a better listener.
Honey, that's good. But don't start now. 'Cause you'll make me look like a real dummy.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You're not a dummy. Absolutely not a dummy.
My friends must think so.
Gosh, you've never called anybody a dummy.
Well, I think they think I must be a dummy because they kept after me and they kept thinking that I must have been stupid, that I think they were the real dummies.
I've never heard you say that before. You know, what happened?
Well, first I got terrible news, and then I got wonderful news.
Was the terrible news your diagnosis of lung cancer? And was the good news that you're cured?
No, I still have cancer, but I wished my friends were gone.
Oh, please go on. This is getting interesting.
After telling my friends about cancer, I thought they would hug me, visit me, coffee clutch with me, but they never shut up. It went on and on and on.
I'm sorry.
Hulda, Gladys, Zelda, and Grace, they didn't believe me. They said that I smoked and brought on my cancer.
Oh, that's so they thought you smoked and that you caused your own cancer?
They accused me of closet smoking and pretending that I wasn't a saint like I am, of course. They said God is punishing me. And of course, they said that to me in truth and love. Who needs enemies when you got friends like that?
Oh, ouch.
They had my head spinning, and my heart was bleeding.
That sounds like a painful experience.
Oh, they made no sense.
Well, the Bible tells a story about a man named Job, and he suffered when he lost everything. And his friends tried to console him too, but they made things worse. They thought that they understood God, but they didn't know God, at least not the way Job learned to know God.
That sounds very suspicious and very similar.
Well, they never knew the conversation that God and Satan had before the whole ordeal went down. You see, God chose Job because he was a righteous man. And it had nothing to do with punishment. But Satan thought that Job would probably would turn against him, actually, if God stopped blessing him. But God was right.
And Satan was wrong, as usual.
Yeah, and God knew that Job's righteousness was for real. And eventually he restored Job and blessed him in the end.
Well, I do know the story. His friends weren't church ladies, but they sure were dummies.
They thought that good happens to the good and bad happens to the bad, or sinners.
Well, I'm innocent, and they kept asking me too.
That sounds distressing.
Hulda said, if I don't ask God for forgiveness, I'm not going to get better.
Jeez. So I guess they thought it was up to you, huh?
Well, she knows deceit, like I said. She's no natural brunette. Why, with her age, but I'm telling you the truth, I never smoked a day in my life, and I don't need to confess, at least not for smoking.
Well, we all sin, and when we confess, believers are forgiven.
I sin like everyone else, but I never smoked. So why does God give me lung cancer? Hulda is jealous. I got the top of Mother Superior in the Sound of Music, and she got the choir.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, don't congratulate me. I lost the top when the cancer took my voice.
I'm so sorry.
Hulda doesn't. She kept telling me lung cancer doesn't just happen. Fess up, she said, and God will make me okay again.
My.
I'm innocent, but Gladys said that I didn't smoke. Then I got my cancer from second-hand smoke. From my kids, she called them Sunday school frauds. That's hogwash. Absolutely hogwash. I don't know what they're talking about.
That's hurtful, is what that sounds like.
And then Zelda thinks she's the best mezzo-soprano that hit a sour note with me when she said it was my arrogance that made God mad. You know how humble I am. Let's face it, when you got it, you got to flaunt it.
Oh, what you're saying is when you have a gift, you want a voice, especially you want to give it to God's glory.
Oh, yeah, honey, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So now I can't sing. I lost it.
Voice or no voice, cancer or health, we're all thankfully saved by grace.
Grace nailed the coffin shut.
I thought you said I did.
No, Grace did.
Are we talking about the same grace, God's grace?
No, we're talking about the church lady Grace. That young whippersnapper is out of tune. She said that I should know God better, that I can't hide from him. The sooner I humble myself, the sooner God will forgive me. Honey, I'm humble. Every time I have choir practice, my Lord, she couldn't hit the right note if her life depended on it.
Oh, it sounds like your friends lacked compassion.
Then, and I think God too, I just wanted to know, why, God, did you take my voice?
I don't think you're alone. Many people who have traumatic experiences wonder why God allows terrible things to happen to good people.
Eventually, after everybody shut up, that includes me, if you can believe that, God answered me.
God answered you?
Not in words.
Then how?
In the silence of the suitcase.
In the suitcase?
You should have been there. You would have heard it.
Oh, but how do you hear silence?
Who's the dummy now? Silence feels like peace, or like a rose bud that begins to open and come alive. A rosebud needs no words to bloom. It just does because God is God, and God made it so. And I can't get over God's wunderbar ways.
So in silence, you felt peace.
In the suitcase you forgot to open, and that is why I said I was dead and now alive.
Weren't those words spoken to the father of the prodigal son? Didn't he say that? His son was lost and now was found?
Yeah, when you found me in the suitcase and introduced me to all these lovely people, I felt like a star. But I know now it wasn't stardom that I wanted. It was God who I found, up close and personal, in that dark, quiet suitcase. I don't care if I ever break a glass again with a high note. I know that one day I'll be singing Lord and climb every mountain, through every stream. I'll be singing Amazing Grace, how sweet it is. Then the saint, who I really am, comes marching home.
I'm speechless again, Hildegard.
Now, Leona, are you sure you want to end like this?
Like what?
Speechless.
I'm saying, it's an expression of speech when I mean I'm surprised. I can't say anything.
Well, if you're speechless, then how is it that I'm still talking?
I suppose what you said made an impact on me, and I couldn't add a thing to it.
Honey, then why do you keep talking?
I guess it's what preachers do.
Then maybe you need to try out the suitcase.
What?
Sometimes we do best listening to God in our silence.
In truth and love? Okay. I got you, Hildegard. Thank you.